Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm gonna be doing a remake of Nothing Breaks Like a Heart by Miley Cyrus and Mike Ronson. So before I break it down into I break down all the different sounds in the song. I'm gonna play it through a little bit so you can hear how it sounds, and then I'll break it down sound by sound. So this is what it sounds like. Yeah, so the song sounds pretty much like that, and I won't play the whole of it right now, but I'll play to the end so you can hear what it sounds like. So I'm gonna break it down sound by sound. So from the intro, I think you can hear this melody that sounds something like this. This is the melody in the intro. For that melody, I went to Nexus, and from Nexus I went to the classical library, and I chose these 70s final strings, and I drew in the MIDI for the melody. So just the same melody, G, F, G. You can follow the rest from here, and you can just copy it and paste it and see how it goes with your song. If you want, you can switch it up. But yeah, this was the main melody for the song, and it sounded like this. I'm gonna play the whole melody for you guys. Yeah, so on top of this melody for the intro, they added on these strings, and these strings sound something like this. These are strings I got from Nexus. So I went to the Nexus classical library and I chose these cellos, not strings. Sorry for the mistake. So this I chose these dark cellos for this rhythm, and it's just a few chords that I played for this. So it was G minor, and F minor, and a G minor, just 3 chords, and this is what it sounded like. Like this. Sorry, I'm gonna start it over again. Like this. These are chords for the cellos that you hear in the intro. And then here we play. It's a D sharp. Then we go up to the F. And then at the end of these chords, we play single notes. So we play the A sharp, the A, the G, the D, and the G. So I'm gonna play for you the intro of the song, and this is what it sounds like. And one thing you should notice is the cellos are kind of, the volume of the cellos is kind of I kind of put it really low, so because it just plays in the background. You're not supposed to hear a lot of the cellos, and this is what it sounds like. And for that, I just made an automation clip for the cellos. And this is the automation clip. All you gotta do for this is just go to the cellos, and this for the volume. Then click here, and then you create an automation clip for the volume. And that's how you can control the volume of the cello in certain sections of the song. So this is what the intro sounds like with the cellos and the strings all together. Yeah, and then from that we move to this part, to another section of the intro where the drums come in, and we have this funky rhythm, this funky drum rhythm that sounds like this. It's a funky drum rhythm. So for all you need for this is a kick, a snare, a DNC snare. Then you need a hip hop snare, and then you need a hat, and that's it. This is just a rhythm. You just throw it into the step sequence, and that's the rhythm for the drums. And then one more element of this part of the intro is this bass, and the bass is quite simple too. It's a bass I got from a plugin called Toxic by Hazard, and this is a plugin that comes with FL Studio. For all of you that use FL Studio, you know that this is a plugin that comes with it. So I went to the Toxic by Hazard, I went to the bass library, and I chose this knockout bass. The knockout bass sounds like this. And this is the rhythm for this is how the melody, the bass went like, sounded like. It's a G and then a G, really simple. Yeah, and that's pretty much the second part of the intro. So I'm gonna start from the second part of the intro where the drums come in. And if you listen carefully, you'll notice that the volume of the drums rises slowly as the song goes on. That's how they did in this song, like, to kind of create like this transition effect. And what I did for this is I made an automation clip for every single sound in the drums, in the drum rhythms. Like I made this one for the snares, the kicks, and everything else. And I increased the volume slowly throughout the song. And yeah, this is what it sounds like: the bass and the drums and everything else. Yeah, and then you can hear there's this FX, this transition FX. If you wanna download, if you don't have a lot of transition FX, you can just leave a comment and then I'll just make a library for you, and you can use them. They're really nice and sound like this. Yeah, and that's pretty much the second part of the intro. And then from this intro we go on to the verse, and the verse is another part where we're gonna have these strings. No, not the strings. We're gonna use the cellos we're gonna input some chords on the cello. Then we're gonna have a guitar rhythm. Then we're gonna have we're gonna add on a kick, and then we're gonna have a bass. And this is how I'm gonna take it step by step. So for the kick is just a simple kick. It's an attack kick, and it's all you gotta do is fill in each four steps of this, and this is how it sounds like. Simple house techno sounding kick. And then on top of the kick we have the bass. Although the bass rhythm kind of changes and it sounds like this. I'm gonna show you the MIDI. It's the same bass, same plugin. It's just a G G F F G G. Really simple, like this. And then from that we have this acoustic guitar. And for the acoustic guitar, I use this plugin called AGML. It's a free plugin. All you gotta do is Google it, and then you'll get this free acoustic. It's an awesome acoustic guitar plugin. You can do everything. You can strum, you can play single notes, and everything else. It's really simple. Just Google it, and then you download it to be free. And then what I did for this is I kind of drew in the MIDI for this. So C C D, A sharp D, C C D. Just as simple. It's all about drawing it, and it sounded something like this. You can just follow the melody of the acoustic guitar and sound like this. Yeah, and that's pretty much all the sounds in the verses. So I'm gonna start from this transition, and then I'll play for you the verse, and then you'll see how it all sounds. So this is from the bass to the verse. That's how it sounds. Yeah, and then from the verse we have this transition that takes us from the verse into the chorus of the song. And for the transition we're gonna have this transition FX that I used in the beginning right here. And then on top of that we're gonna have claps, simple clap rhythm that sounds like this. Just fill in fill each 8 or the first 2 8 steps, like this. Simple clap, and then you gotta add a reverb to the clap. Just channel number 6, then click on this, replace, and then add a reverb. Simple. And it sounds like this. Without the reverb it sounds like this. With the reverb, yeah, it sounds pretty cool with the reverb. And then plus this transition. So I'm gonna play from I'm gonna play just this transition from the verse to the chorus, and it sounds something like this. Yeah, and then for the chorus, what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch up the bass rhythm. The guitar rhythm will stay as the same, and then we're gonna introduce the keys. So for these keys, I went to Nexus and I chose a plugin. This is a plugin called, this is a Nexus plugin. Then I went to the piano library. Then I chose Arena Ambience. And what I did for this is I took off the reverb and I took off the delay, and then I played the chords on my MIDI keyboard and I recorded them, and this is what they sounded like. So for the chords, it's a C minor, an F minor, and a G minor. That's it. And then on top of that, I used the same chords, just copied the same chords, and I put them on these cellos. So it's the same piano chords, just on the cello, and this is what it sounded like. Yeah, and on top of that, let me see if there's anything I missed. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything. It's just the same drum melody and the same kicks for the verses. It's just the same melody, and this is what the chorus sounds like. So I'm gonna play from the transition from the verse to the chorus, and this is what it's gonna sound like. Yeah, so that's pretty much the whole song. That's how it goes. All they do, like the next part, is just like they do a transition from this verse from this chorus to the verse again, and that's how it goes. That's pretty much the whole song. I'm not gonna do the whole of it, but that's pretty much the whole thing. All you gotta do is build up to that a little bit. Yeah, so if you need the FLP for this tutorial, all you gotta do is leave a comment, but I'll have it in the description, so you don't need to leave a comment. Just check the description for the FLP, and if you want the MP3 file for this song, where I do the whole song and it's just the beat and nothing else, leave a comment and I'll drop the MP3 file into your email. Just leave a comment to your email and I'll drop it in there. So don't forget to subscribe and leave a like to my channel. I'll be very grateful for that, and thanks. If you have any suggestions, something I did wrong, you think I could make better, I'd love to hear that too. And yeah, thank you for listening today, and yeah, bye.